Perugia versus Monza. The 3-1 win last week for Perugia away has set them up wonderfully for this evening. Oleh leaves court for the time being. Plotnytskyi wasn't quite there last week, but it's very rare that he has 4 games in the Perugia shirt. He's been a phenomenal athlete for this Perugia side, but his first task is unfortunately to serve a ball into the net. But we are underway in this incredibly intriguing battle where Perugia would be the favourites. Best middle blocker, Champions League 2019, bronze medalist at the Olympics. He was the best middle blocker and the best blocker. Taylor overall playing position 5, but it's off the hands. And Yuki Ishikawa is just carrying on as he left off last year, signing from Milano. Him and Augustin Loza coming across to Perugia. We've certainly added strength to Lorenzetti's roster. Pass not quite there, forcing the middle. Plotnytskyi just chasing down that pipe so quickly. Go to Ishikawa, but just watch the work off the ball. Perugia plays so quickly, but to play so quickly, the work off the ball from the players has to be so good. And that set's tight, and it's easy for Ben Tara. He won't have many easier than that this evening. Maybe we're already seeing a slow start for Monza. You have to say that they'll come here with nothing to lose and everything to gain, but at the same time, underneath it, there won't be a base of confidence that's been built through the season. Whereas there's best outside in the Bundesliga last season, signed from Lunenburg. Through the pipe, and Perugia at it again. We saw last night Yashevsky running that pipe with Thomas Fornau just electrifying through there, but as soon as the first pass is in, Fernando's blockers. Di Martino does a very good job of not quite committing with the middle and trying to get across to fill the seams, but to no avail. Ben Tara, just 2 missed serves so far for Perugia, but for Ben Tara, brilliant for Tunisian volleyball to have somebody leading that right side at a club like Perugia. Had to work his way up, the 203 centimetre right-sider. Rowers. Here is Ben Tara through the right side. Long in everything that he does and high, and that's a nice swing. Welcome to the game, Luca Martia, whose second stint at Monza. He was at Montpellier last season and took a 6th position in the league, second in the cup, playing with Nicholas Legoff. Good start for Monza. Last week we saw that they got better as game went on again. Yes, they won the opening set and then Perugia got on top, but set 4 went to the wire. Ishikawa just so high, his arm just opens up beautifully. Ishikawa with the serve. The defense is good, but so far, if you're as a fan, you've got to be quite happy. So, had a good week last week, and the office. I thought 9 points through the middle. They're strong through the middle. Monza when they could use it. Plotnytskyi making it look easy. Just the speed of the play from Gianelli makes it so incredibly difficult for the blockers to line up here. Everyone's having to shift across. Must have been a touch off the hand somewhere. Tied at 5s. Sebastian Solé, middle blocker, 2-time Serie A winner. Champions League silver with Trentino. Solé actually played at Trentino with Gianelli. Arthur Schwartz, we haven't seen much of him yet, have we? But doesn't mean we won't. He's going to have to carry a lot through that right side. It's a good dig from Schwartz. Mattia just strong as well, and to the outside. Ishikawa just giving that ball loads of height, and then Gianelli can speed it up as he wants and go wherever he likes. Silver medal winning team in Tokyo was alongside the likes of side 7 Monterrey, both who were supposed to be in Monza colours. There's an error on the outside. Full stretch. Fernando's very tight. At the same time, Mattia's somebody that played incredibly well, especially in the early sets last week. First error from him on the outside. Everyone had a brilliant Olympic Games as the USA took bronze, as we already said. Best middle blocker, best blocker. Former UC Irvine and Hawaii man. This time, Fernando trying to go fast. Not quite there for Averill. See that he's trying to force his middleman in the game as much as possible. Top scorer for this team in the Champions League, second top scorer last week, and when he could find him, he was undefendable for last week. That's for sure. A lot relies on getting the pass in to use him, but he was 80% in the efficiency column. That's what they need from Schwartz this evening. Very, very high, very strong. Need him to stay hot, the Canadian, the whole way through this game. Matilla with a great pass, just a little shuffle step to the right-hand side and good angle, but seems slightly open. Lozier can't get across. Schwartz will just eat that for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Here's Luca Matilla. Again, Perugia in rhythm, speeding up through the pipe, and what you have to love about that from Ishikawa is that even if it wasn't quite there to bang, he could just speed up the hand, and it's the speed of the play all around from Perugia that does the damage. Ukrainian Plotnytskyi here since 2019. Has a love for this club, and the club have a love for him as well. 3-time bronze medalist in the Champions League. 2-time European gold winner as well. As we have our first challenge for an in or out. Well, there you go, what a serve Plotnytskyi firing up again, out of the right hand as well. So a goofy toss on him and off the top of the net band. Down his own side. Good return from him though. Certainly started stronger than last week. Plotnytskyi in the pass and in the swing. That's why overall we can certainly move a few mountains with the serve. Goes after the front court receiver, Ishikawa goes through the pipe, and again the first pass is there for Perugia this evening, which spells trouble like was for Olympiacos last night. It's a great pass. Takes the ball really early there, Ishikawa. Shoulders around the ball and stays very calm. And then Plotnytskyi can come steaming through the pipe, landing, falling backwards. Pass not quite there. Fernando puts a great set into Schwartz. So that was traveling 7 or 8 meters. And it's just right on the spot for the Canadian to get after it. And one big thing about him is height. And he's going to have the height advantage if he's in rhythm against the likes of Ishikawa this evening. Serve 3 position 6. And that's one way to maybe take the pipe out of the game, is to serve 6 a little more. The pipe's been a thorn in the side of Monza so far, so upset Plotnytskyi and try and force the ball to the pins or somewhere else. (12-9) sort of start that Lorenzetti would have wanted. Yeah, a few of these players, we talked a bit about Trentino this evening. Long-term former coach of Trentino. Bump set from Gianelli just gives good stability, and Yuki is there again. He hasn't missed as of yet, as he's been smart with his plays. The fast tip on the pipe was nice. Out of system rip where he just stays high and deep. Good decision making in that moment.
Quando facciamo opzione ci vanno accettare questa opzione. You add against the pipe. Pipe you want option. Okay, coming. Dai, Arturo. Aiuta un po' di più difesa. Entra un po' più difesa. Entra un po' più difesa.
Home fans delighted with the starts from Perugia. Just saw the timeout of Massimo Eckley, who's been at Monza since 2020, so really the mastermind behind that great season last year. Great cover, but there's 3 up, and Sole has just made his first mark on this game. You have to be very careful here, but when the pass isn't quite there, which it hasn't been quite there this evening, Gagini's underneath it. Perugia gets across. There is no getting through the Block Devils there. A 5-point lead already. Such a difficult place to come. Two missed serves from Ben Tara so far. He's not so bothered, he'll just make himself readily available through the 10 attack on the backcourt now. It was impressive last week, Rojas. Some impressive performances, 17 points at home to the Grizzlies, 14 in the loss against Olympiacos away. All missed serves here. Certainly stepping up his game, being somebody that man can rely on the outside in this team. Ishikawa, another big server. I think they've missed a fair share, haven't they, this evening? But when they get it cooking, it's very tough for Monza, and we've seen that. Say they haven't passed that badly, but it hasn't been balls into 2.5 or 3, depending on the angle they're receiving on, that they need it to be. And Gianelli not in the right spot there, but that is unreal. Gianelli finding some rhythm on the bump set, just for Plotnytskyi to wrap around it into the sharp angle. Yeah, good luck there, everyone, trying to defend that one. Plotnytskyi as a left-hander on the left side, certainly cross-body dominant, but that was cross-body. Through the middle, it's defense from Ben Tara, who just sticks in that first base and makes himself big. He's there again now, but this time fast cross-body off the hands from Mattia. It's a great swing. Gianelli just lining up inside due to the approach line of Mattia, and then Mattia showing he can go back over that left shoulder. 2 points so far for this man, and he would love to put a few more on the board. It's a good serve, but once more, the Perugia pass is great, and the pipe is on the money. So Yuki Ishikawa at the moment, brilliant off the bench last week. He's on the money as a good serve from Schwartz, but at the same time, he's passed, he's found his timing, found his rhythm, and shapes it away from Averill. Gagini put to the floor, and that's smart from Fernando. He's having to try and find Averill in these situations where it's less than ideal, but this is what the best setters do. The thing, the ball's travelled all the way across him, that left side. He's having to chase after it. It's not easy, this, especially from starting at what looks like position 4 on the rotation. A lot of rotating parts for Fernando, and here comes the service pressure. So that brings him back. Okay, now Monza have got Perugia under a bit of trouble, or in a bit of trouble. Gagini's there, get down, he says. It's the wrong side of the sideline. Those things are going to decide this game, because the first pass is off the net, and so have really got to take their chances. But we know with Plotnytskyi and Ishikawa, they're both very good out-of-system hitters as well. Alongside that, great passes, all at sea here. Fernando, you got to get in and block. Go to 4 over the top, good night. And have a look at Fernando, he's not happy. But that's free money for Perugia. To the outside, Fernando's nowhere near the block because he's still turning around, wondering what went wrong offensively. That's probably the replay that we need to see. But that sort of thing, costly. And it also shows Fernando's not overly happy. Out of system again. Shots from way downtown. 3 in the block, and this is the first set almost over. You can just see that the frustration and the frustration of the whole season potentially for Monza just creeping in here. Fernando had to go with the bump set. Schwartz couldn't quite find the timing with 3 up against him. But they just let their heads go a little bit here.
Artur, non chiudere i colpi su palla alta, anche quando c'hai la palla alta in 4, che è chiusa, c'è che fai il replay. Se invece vai sulla stina, prova, fai il money out, Dai, forza.
Auguri a lei e a tutti quelli che oggi compiono gli anni. Applausi, applausi, applausi.
Well, let's see if Monza can figure this out, because it was sloppy from them. To the middle. Oh, hold on. Might be a challenge here if not Averill, Fernando teaming up through the middle. Averill wants to get back and serve, but again, looping around, a very difficult play that for the middle to come from position 2 to still hit 5. Again, a lot of rotating parts, and the point goes the way of Monza. Serve to position 1. Passes a little bit over. There's point goes Monza's way. Sets a little bit tight. Gianelli.
Sicoma, Monini, Perugia.
High. And on the back court. Maybe a chance. Monza to outside Ishikawa. Yet to make a mistake here. Seriously impressive this evening. Pass is just a little bit off. Gianelli just flips it quick enough to still stress the middle blocker out. And that's Gianelli doing Gianelli things, just still keeping the fizz on the attack and putting the middle blocker under pressure. Even though the odds there may be slightly more against him than in other situations that we've seen this evening, with that first pass being perfect. The first pass less than perfect here, and the hitting errors coming. Perugia running away with this opening set. Pass again, the inside of Rose. Go after the front court receiver on that right side, just to put pressure on the spiking aspect of the game, and that's exactly what happens there. Rose needs to get this pass in to try and commit the middle and open up some seams, but doesn't have to. Passes, or the serve is out of bounds. Pass again off the net from Perugia, though. The speed again from Gianelli is superb, and Ben Tara stays fast. The set was fast, and those two things together just means the offense beats the block. Getting across again, Gianelli's ability to run so fast when the ball's off the net just gives the hitters that slight advantage. Di Martino having to get stuck in, but he is shut down. And now it's set point, Perugia. Martino wanting to do the passing and the spiking. Let's have another look. Rightfully so, just steps in, takes a bit of Gianelli pinching in. Left the outside all alone. Now Perugia looking to close out this opening set. What would be another big step. Not giving up. Ishikawa, what a way! There's no touch. Thought there was a touch off the block on the way through. It just shows the intensity that Perugia are playing with here. Bodies on the floor with multiple set points. Ishikawa usually so good with that sliding ball off the body. Well, into the net it goes, and it's Perugia that take the opening set here in the second leg of the CEV Champions League quarterfinals. They have the advantage from the away leg last week at Monza. Monza really need to kick into gear now, otherwise it's season over. It's Perugia that take the opening set 25-18. Service skill, and Rowe is the target again. He's been targeted a lot in that front court receiver position this evening. Ishikawa kicking off and finding a way through the block. And you look at a performance like this and you just look at the variation of attacks that he's used in different situations. He's had to hammer into the angle. This time he just stays fast off the hands. Cagini just passing into a good zone, and I think everyone knows that when the pass is good and Averil's on the front court, they are just going to keep feeding him. Again, very difficult for middle blockers or middle hitters to come around the setter and still hit towards position 5. Have to do a lot of work with the feet and get the upper body looking into that angle if you can. Ishikawa thinks that one's in. I'm going to disagree with him. Almost perfect this evening. This time he's way off the net, and if you get caught underneath it, very difficult to bring your hand through and to really guide the ball and stay fast. And they need to get him in the game a little bit more, don't they, overall this evening? And that means that the pass needs to be there as well, or he can get his way into the game with an ace. Phenomenal work. Everyone's going to have to keep taking the responsibility to try and work their way back in, but with setting like that from Gianelli, it's going to be very tough. Sole's going to get the point in the tally, but look at this, 5 meters off the net or so, feet around the ball, just puts it straight in the path. It's phenomenal, it really is. Doesn't have a lot to aim at there, Gianelli, but it doesn't matter. Just putting on a clinic. It's comfortable. Again, Monza trading early on fastball wide enough. It gets across shorts there, and he can just go either way if he wants to. Vero, who's been in Brazil squad for some time. Very much started as the understudy to Bruno Resende. Plotnytskyi is back in business. Again, just look how inside he starts, just to make sure that that ball gets across him and into the hitting window. We'll see a right-hander just kick out a lot wider in that situation, but because he is so cross-body dominated, Plotnytskyi, he wants that ball to drift across him so he can wrap it back into the angle. Better though from Monza. The first pass throw is again the target. Once again sticking it away. He's more involved in the game here and he's scoring, and that's a very good thing for Monza. Back through the middle, Fernando caught a little bit high. Think about Perugia's tactics. They've gone after Rose a lot this evening, but last week, fascinating. Rose and Martilla were both served 27 times each. Martilla had the better passing game overall. See why they've gone after Rose a little bit more. He's at position 1 now. Front court receiver is Martilla. Rose again the target. Pass not quite there for the middle, but Frost makes it 3 in quick succession. It's exactly what Monza want from their right side. It's just this outlet for when the ball might not be there. You can just stick it up with a peak on it and let Schwartz just come and hammer. Another serve to position 1. Where does Gianelli go here? Of course he spreads it back because it's the most difficult option, and he does it superbly. The block's good as well. Lando just lifts with one hand. Ishikawa playing 5, makes it look comfortable again, going for the spread as Gianelli. He ends up on the floor, but that's another 2 fantastic sets from Gianelli in that rally to play from 3.5 with the ball drifting away from him just to flip it back. Has to get his hips underneath the ball and really propel it. Ben Tara, but with the play so stacked to the left-hand side, he can just flip it the other way. Pass again once more off the net. The set's tight. He's done that a couple of times. That's what I was saying. It wasn't off me last. Perugia get the point. A couple of times Gagini's just had to set the board. He's gone a little bit too tight. Once in the first set. Well, they want a challenge here. Just to see who touched it last. Tough one for the video referees here. You might see a few freeze frames. Initially, you would think that it's a Monza point and not just forced his way through, but quite looking forward to seeing the replay. Is there a touch on the way through is the question. No. So after all that, that man was right. He gives it the wink. Tosses from his right to his left, and right back on the front court, receive over pass. Good night. Good night. Ozia does not need to be asked twice here. And Fernando doesn't want a slice of that. He's on the backcourt anyway, I think. He's saying to Averill that he should have got up and jumped. Plotnytskyi finding his feet in the service pressure that's tough to deal with. You just got to try and absorb it, and that's what they do. Monza, and it's going to get them the side out they need. Attila on the outside doing the damage again. Very good pass, just withholding. Just see staying down into the floor with the legs, whereas the whole time definitely doesn't need to generate any power on the ball there, does he? Attila fast with the arm, and Monza is still just one break down at the moment, still in touch. Thoughts? Offensively started this game well, or this set. But now on the backcourt means Fernando's on the front, which is going to give a slight mismatch for Perugia and Ishikawa maybe to go OT, but they're finding that side-out rhythm that they need here. Service pressure not really quietening down as Fernando has a little look for where the middle is. Come run overall on that wider set to try and open up the seam. Got a good connection in there. Monini is there. Ball goes over, free ball. Should be a point for Perugia. Bit of an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth there as a wider ball in the middle. Absolute same product as we saw from Fernando and Averill last time out. Push it wider, try and open up the gap between the two blockers. This has had a sneaky good game so far. Made some big blocks when he's needed to. Can't remember him making any mistakes on the front court either. Tara to position one. Fernando having to go to the outside and the block's there. And again, it's good serving. The pass isn't quite there. The middle doesn't have to commit. Again, can release to the outside. Gianelli just making a move into the angle on Rowers. Ball never really getting the cross in front to turn it. Whether he saw it or not is another question that you can only ask the Monza outside. Gianelli making that late move. Gianelli again. Put his block out this time. Just. Saw an ace from Averill last time out. We see him rock Perugia out of system. Again, Ishikawa with 3 up. Plotnytskyi is there just sweeping up as he always does. Ishikawa high and smart. Look at Lorenzetti, get in there. Another smart swing from Ishikawa. No surprise that he might go over the top of Fernando, whose reaction tells us everything. A few changes this year for Perugia. Likes of Flavio moving to Trentino, but still keeping the core of the side. The likes of Semenya, Plotnytskyi, Kalachi, obviously no Leon as he went to Lublin. Middles, the Argentinians doing a fine job. Still comfortable this for Perugia. Will they get complacent? Will there be a chance? They're going to have to make their own chances. Monza. They're going to have to step up to this challenge to try and stop Perugia, but there is no stopping that. That's a world-class swing. Have a look here, Ben Tara on the 10, fast attack, just back over the left side. Everything's so high, it's a late turn into a sharp angle, and there's just no defending that. Again, Gianelli just putting the ball on an absolute plate. Back through the middle. It's their best chance here. So we know how strong they are, but Tino also showing that he can show a little bit of angle and then whip it back towards position 6. Did enough to tell the blocker that it was going to 5, didn't he? Just maybe trying to force it there a little bit too much. Monini. It's part of the under-21 European Championship gold medal winning team for Italy. More service errors from Perugia, but they are absolutely gunning them. And I mean, if you look at the attacking stats, they are flying offensively this evening as well. So they're putting pressure on Monza everywhere. Serve to position 1. Really well done. But there is a huge break for Monza. Silence the crowd. Again, just working so hard, Plotnytskyi, to try and create an angle into the middle of the court, but they're not quite there at this time. Schwartz missed the last serve. Aces one now. That's 2 big serves in a row. Having missed the last time he was on serving duty. This game has maybe just started to open up again. Schwartz targeting position 1, doing it from a very high height with a fast serve. Passes off again, they have to go to the outside, blocks in the game. Averill's in the game. And have a look at that for a 4-point swing. Monza take the lead here. And Lorenzetti, who was jumping on the courts moments ago, is saying, okay, we have to have a timeout. Nothing Gianelli can do there apart from fling it to 4. Averill knows it.
Va bene, tocca rifare, via, stanno ricevendo bene, lo sappiamo che squadra è, lì andiamo, vai!
Si torna in campo, preparatevi con le mani tutti!
Goes again to position 1. Plotnytskyi does get the ball in. They do run the middle. Gagini is there. These are huge moments for Monza as they make another one. Wow. Attila stays high. Shrewd swing in that situation. Monza from nowhere. They look pretty flat, but this man has stepped up 6 points. But this run of serves, as he changes it up to Ishikawa through the pipe, and Ishikawa gets applauded for a perfect pass off the platform. Great ball control from him. Plotnytskyi hard to stop through the pipe. No matter how many bodies you have on it, if there's no block in the way, it's always going to be tough at that height with that speed. Nando living and breathing every single action out there. Monza need to win this one. And they need to win the next 2 after that to send it to a golden set. But this is where they might just let themselves down, and all that hard work from the baseline, and followed up by a couple of errors that might just hurt them as Perugia stay very patient. Wassim Ben Tara not starting too wide there in the block, just making sure he's got the middle of the court, and all of a sudden it's Monza that have to take the timeout.
Giocare bene, attenti, se c'è una situazione di difficoltà, usiamo, correggiamo, non facciamo noi l'errore, non regaliamo i punti, ok? Piuttosto facciamo giocare, dai, forza!
2 timeouts in quick succession as things start to get very interesting. It's a good timeout as well, as it just affects the service pressure. How many times do we see that post timeout as 2 missed serves in a row? Perugia fans making a lot of noise. Lorenzetti knows his team is so close. Ben Tara. Ishikawa's there again with the pancake. Free ball. Gagini's there to try and do the work, but just like last week, Evero is deadly on that reverse set. Ishikawa out of the offense, having gone to floor. Evero a menace. Fortunately, can't capitalize from behind the service line. Ishikawa out the back. A lot of missed serves here at the moment, but set very much in the balance, one that both teams just love to win. Ishikawa now passing position 1 formerly of Milano, and Padova, the Brazilian setter. Fernando with serve, Plotnytskyi trying to open up the line and he misses out. I think he thinks he sunk that one. This is a huge point. Regardless, you wouldn't blame Lorenzetti for challenging this just because a 2-point game. Remember, they were 4 up, 3 or 4 up earlier on in the set. It looked comfortable. But Schwartz's serving has certainly changed this set around. High risk, high reward, but it's exactly what they needed from the man who just jumped out of your screen on the left-hand side. No block. Desperate side out now, really, for Perugia. Otherwise, yes, they're going to have multiple efforts at this evening, but they don't want to open the door. Short ball's a good one. Gianelli has to go with the windmill, but we go again to the outside. Again, it's in the favour of Monza, but it's a block of Perugia. Gianelli reads so much. Looks through the net. Probably be able to see better here. And just reaches into the line late that looked open previously for rowers. It's smart work from Gianelli. Arms operating outside of the body, but still sealing that line. Not in, but only into the net. As seen Canelli playing more in that libero role as of late. They have riches everywhere, Perugia in their roster, but Piccanelli, best libero at the under-19s 2015, and the Italian side that came second to Poland. Team that included certain Plotnytskyi, who's gone on to do great things in the sport as well. Miss serve for a miss serve. Going to have to show some serious bottle now. Monza took a set last week at home, but this would be different if they can sneak over the line here. But Gianelli for Perugia, Trentino and Italy in moments like this has just always stepped up. It's his turn to serve. Taylor, the front court receiver, served again, and there's two up in the block, but it's a smart swing. And they're two away here. This one alone will not be enough. They need to win 3-1 to match last week's result and go to a golden set. It's another miss serve, but as long as they back their side out, Monza will be okay here. Maybe some nerves behind the service line. The thing that we know is that Perugia will keep coming in force from the service line. As Plotnytskyi. Miss serve from Plotnytskyi brings up set point for Monza. Huge moments here as this tie looks like it's going to stay alive for a little bit longer. It's the man who did the damage. Schwartz who is going to serve. Big serve to position one again. Desperate for a side out here. Good cover. Through the second phase, Ishikawa has to get his way up. What a swing that is. He was out the offense. And all of a sudden, he got called straight back into it and found a solution. Get up, Yuki, and hit away at this one, big fella. Even he has to have a little breath afterwards, or maybe a big breath as everyone tries to back out the way of it. Still set point. Monza. And there you have it. Smiles on the faces of Monza as Perugia embrace. Gianelli giving a little bit of a rallying cry here to his team because this tie is still alive. A crazy second set here at the Pala Barton. Another miss serve. It seemed like there were hundreds of miss serves in that second set. And I'll tell you what, that works for Monza this evening. Having been down 3 or 4 in that second set. Two very different sets so far. This is how just making sure everyone's in the right rotation. You'd expect to see no changes from either side, really. As we are underway, huge set in this Champions League. Through the pipe, we haven't seen that as much from Monza. Gagini putting that ball perfect spot, just a little bit off speed and faster from Plotnytskyi in the serve, faster toss and fast arm. Rower's just spanking that one. Fast and consistent. Both teams finding their rhythm early on in the pass, and that means we're in for a treat here. Lots of mid serves in that previous set. Gianelli always looking for the middle, almost setting it to Averill, and against so many other setters in the world, Averill just would not commit in that situation. But with Gianelli, you know that he can find that middle from absolutely anywhere. Into the cross court, a little bit of a fumble defensively. And Monza is starting to show some signs of togetherness here, and maybe some signs of belief. last week from Tele that believe that Monza played their best volleyball in the Champions League. We've seen, hang on a moment, is there a net touch? Looks like there is a net touch somewhere. They're still giving themselves a chance. Monza, who qualified for this Champions League alongside Milano and Perugia from Italy. I think this season, Leszewski, Saverci, both in fine form. We thought that Warszawa would also be in the final four in Łódź. There will be an all-Polish semi-final in Poland, which will be some spectacle. Warszawa having won all 6 of their Pool A games, going out to Halkbank Ankara, who just seem to keep squeezing through the rounds this year. Plenty of errors from Perugia this evening, but it didn't really matter because their offense was so good, and when they did make serves, they put a lot of pressure on the opposition. Ishikawa, big bomb into the angle, but that one's out of bounds. I mean, initially I thought that was good. But let's see. First challenge of set 3. I mean, there wasn't much in it, but it was certainly in. And this is a game of inches. Ishikawa then goes back and serves one straight through that right seam and very nicely, but Monza have certainly upped their level. Their passing game much stronger. That's a great pass from Vero. It really is, from where he had to take it low to the right hand side to sit that ball up perfectly, and then Schwartz makes it look easy. It's not, but he is high. And they had some good serves at the back end of set 2, but can't find what his team needs there. Serve to one is a good one. Di Martino in on the action again, and that relationship with Fernando in the middles is certainly orchestrating this comeback here. 2 great passes. Now from Rowers on that right-hand side. Schwartz on the left, and that rotation. Rowers back to serve, and where he was struggling a little bit with the pass in that opening set, he certainly found his pass, but the serve again goes out the back. But this is the way they have to play the game here. They have to go for their serves, whether it's with speed and pace, or speed and pace to a position, or floating to a position that's lining up with the block. They have to try and make everything come together here. It would get very tasty this time if Monza win this next set. And Perugia are not firing on all cylinders at the moment. They can see the finish line, but sometimes when you can see the finish line, it gets tougher to cross it. 3 missed serves in a row. Di Martino leaves us for the time being. Both teams just sparring here early doors. We'll see that man there. We haven't seen him. It's more like it. Plotnytskyi, higher toss. Gagini beaten to the right-hand side. And that first serve of this set, a lower toss, a faster arm, but he's gone back to that high toss. And another huge rip. Ishikawa. That's what we mean about Perugia. Yes, there might be a few errors, but when the serve does start going, it is a nuisance to pass against. That's 3 or 4 of these we've seen already. This time it's Ishikawa that can tuck in and help himself to a buffet.
Stiamo sbagliando 6.000 servizi e quando uno va a recuperare la palla fuori dal campo come Nando, non è che dobbiamo stare a guardarlo, cazzo. Tutti aiutarlo, tutti insieme, cazzo. Chi è andato sugli spazio, noi stavamo lì a guardarlo. Cazzo, dai, Arthur.
Sky è leader nel settore macchine di movimento terra e oggi in questa partita di Champions è Sponsor Day. Sky SPA migliora sempre le proprie performance per vivere insieme le sfide. Sky è leader nel settore macchine di movimento terra.
Plotnytskyi to continue this deadly run of serves. Gagini doing a good job of just getting that ball up to a zone. Gianelli just straight into cover after making a defense, setting the tone. Ben Tara stays high. And just look at the discipline. Gianelli just knows he's not setting this ball, so just goes and parks himself underneath the block to cover. But Ben Tara doesn't need it. Plotnytskyi already showing why he had to start this game, even though he's been being so good last time out. Swing from young finish. Artillery on the outside. Vero playing 6-4 Perugia, but they're so quick off the ball they can still run the pipe, no problem. Passes off the net again here. That's going to be a problem for the system that they want to run. That's a great set from Fernando. It's an even better block for Ishikawa and for Perugia. It's to save their own side out, but it's saved all the same. Fernando knows that Schwartz is playing hot. Sorry, it's a 2-man block out there for Solid. Well, it's Loza and Ishikawa. Again, it could start for Perugia here in the third, but it's exactly the same as we saw in the last set, but more blocking this time. This time it is Solid just taking one away from Averill. Very good with that right hand, taking position 1 out, cutting off the angles. Those here to serve. Best middle blocker in the Italian league, as Milano came 3rd last year. Ishikawa in the team as well, but wasn't the greatest Olympics for Argentina after that, but he's had some career internationally as well. But oh my word. Perugia now into a 5-point lead. The service pressure is there. Ishikawa finding solutions, this time from way inside with a 3-man block up. Just serving, just backing up that from Plotnytskyi. It's interesting, isn't it, that when one server seems to catch some fire, it has a good effect on everybody else, chases on. And that is well, the exact thing you want to see from your players, chasing down every single ball. Gianelli going after that one, even though he had no chance and no right to get it. How close was he? Yeah, miles away, but he still dives for it. And youngsters watching, take note. Will there be a challenge here? That was quite close. No challenge. Ben Tara, another big serve. Hold up, just out. But the service game certainly back for Perugia here. He's having a tough time dealing with Plotnytskyi. Loza and now Ben Tara as well, and the second time out the Champions League campaign, slipping away from Monza. We have seen one mini comeback in this game already, but this will be something else.
Stiamo attenti, Loza sta tirando, ok? Dai.
Second timeout call to try and upset the rhythm, but there's no upsetting the rhythm of Perugia now. They've learned their lesson from the last set, and now they are just bombarding serves to Monza, and Monza are struggling to get their arms on the ball. Ben Tara on a superb run now. It's already such a long way back. I think they were 15-12 down in the last set, Monza. This is something very different. Agini again, out of rhythm, free ball, two go for it. Gianelli with a chance to pull some more strings. And Ishikawa is hot at the moment. Service pressure, getting Monza into all sorts of trouble with their first pass, and with the mismatch on the wing, Yuki's going to have a field day in situations like that. This time the off-speed short ball. Defense is solid. Ishikawa again. Beginning with a great dig. Through the pipe this time, but another error, and it is now officially slipping away. There might be a challenge. Was there a touch off the hands? I mean, if you looked at the body language of the Perugia players, they look pretty innocent. But we still go to the video referee to see if that is the case. No block touch. Again, just a little bit off of the net this time. It brings the defense into the game. And Gianelli just shows he's as good when he's facing position 2 in this set as he is when he has to get his feet around the ball and position himself towards position 4. Ben Tara has the line open to him. Gianelli just dishing it. And you'd say this is game, set, and match now. Interesting, because in the early stages of this set it really looked like the pass was there, but now it's not. Fernando almost finishing up outside the stadium. The service pressure phenomenal, but the pass not really there either. Just getting rocked back there, Owers, and sending it into the rafters, and Overall's face tells us everything we need to know. Ben Tara on a tear here. Vero is put to the floor again. The ball's way off the net, so Schwartz has to hit the way out of rhythm, out of system, and that one's in. And finally, Monza have the side out they needed, but they needed it a good 5 minutes or so ago. Easier said than done, passing those serves from Ben Tara. It's incredibly high and quick, and Taylor Averill back to serve, and he's having to really push the serve, so higher chance of an error. It's a difficult situation to be in when you're already the underdog. Perugia need 5 to win the tie and to go through to the final 4. Ishikawa, it's the thing, when Perugia do get going, I mean, they have a team of incredible servers. Fernando gets a little bit of a rub on the head. This goes with the tip. Just when you think he might just go the other way and try and flip it back behind him. Screw the light bulb. Just tips it in front of him, but another missed serve, and that's okay for Monza. They have to go for it now. The damage has been done. Dinner with the pass towards Rowers on the right side in that one rotation where he hits from the right. Schwartz on the left, and that's a quicker ball, and it's a smart play, especially as Rowers starts to straighten up that upper body to make it look like he might go to the line, and then lets his arm just come back left. Another miss serve. They have to go for it. It's looking like Perugia will head through to play against Hogbank in the semi-finals. Ten-point lead here. Be the 7th time that they've reached the semi-finals of the Champions League. And they only needed a point coming into this game, and 2 sets will confirm that, but better from Monza. There you go. Frescio is now in the 18-year-old. We saw him last week. Incredibly impressive. European champion at under 18 levels as Italy beat France. Might just be too little, too late here. The big serving. Plotnytskyi got it running, didn't he? He's really taken the pressure off Perugia with that run of serves. Backed up by Lozia and Ben Tara as well. It's another miss serve from Monza. One of them's got to stick in a minute, hasn't it? Surely. Well, there you have it. It's a service pressure. Look who's back behind the service line. Plotnytskyi, who served Perugia, really into control of this third set. Scott Gagini on toast here this evening. They've gone after the libero, and now they have 10 set points to see them through to the final four, and there you have it. He'll be a happy man, Lorenzetti. It's the 7th final four coming Perugia's way in Łódź. They will go through to play against Halkbank Ankara. A big performance from them. They didn't have it their own way, but they've won 2 sets here, and that's enough to make sure they go through to the final four in search of their first Champions League title. The service pressure too much. Gianelli absolutely buzzing, as are the rest of the team. We still have another set coming our way, but the big news is that Perugia have beaten for Kyungpook University High School to Milan. Big step for him. And now he gets his chance to make an influence here, and first serves into the net, as we'll see who starts. Averill starting, Frescio starting as a setter. So there's no Fernando. And there's some changes coming in as well. There's experienced Davide Candarello gets a start. Should see a very second 6 here from Perugia. Gianelli, have a rest, buddy. You've done your hard work this evening. Well, Plotnytskyi still starts. That's pretty scary stuff. Through the middle they come. Tight, and that's good for Frescio to get things underway. Oh, hang on. Someone's taken one on the head here. Or maybe not. On the back of the neck for Di Martino. Off very quickly, and that ice pack is on fast as well. What's Averill doing with his foot on the advertising board? Still very relaxed. It's Andrei Mosca. If he will get another run out this season, that's good from rowers. He's been superb, hasn't he? He really has. I'll start for Francesco Soppolari, the setter for Perugia, signed from Padova. It's another one that's played a lot of volleyball and deserves his chance in there, the setter there, number 3. part of the Italian Youth Fiji World University 2019 gold medal winning team and silver medal for the under-19s and 17 is Herrera. Third season from Chaumont for the number 7. Big lefty, had 14 points against Jehostorog earlier on, but Ben Tara obviously the main man on that right side, but they'll still have enough quality to hurt the opposition here. So interested to see how Nicola Canciotto plays the outside. Was best blocker at the World Under-21 Championships, best spiker as well, the number 5. Errors coming from Monza. Rose gets a lovely ball on that right side. Canciotto's pretty high in there, isn't he? Looking for a block touch, but we've already seen the replay, don't forget. Defense chance. Oh, that one's way over. Ferrari opens the door up, and Rower's on the right yet again. Some serious damage on that right side. The front court receiver to Herrera out the back. Still going to be learning a lot here, you'd think, Lorenzetti, about his bench players, giving him a good run out here, but Cholo just passing off the net and just the rhythm out from Herrera. Ace. Monza playing for pride and doing a great job of it as well. Whereas Real Thorn in this Perugia side here in set 4.
Siamo attaccati lì, questo giro qui e ghigliottina lo devi risolvere te. Questo qua non è un brutto colpo, è tirato come cannone. A volte tocca, a volte non tocca, è un bel colpo lì. Prendi bene il tempo e via, vai!
The heavy lifting's been done here if you are just joining us for Perugia, already through to the final 4. But this game still has to be completed. And so far it's Monza who are looking like they might just take it to 5. 3 up in the block once again. Wujin Lee in there. Doing a good job, but Rose has been the difference so far with the service pressure. As it's a much better situation for Vero. Just comes in, gets his feet to the ball and hammers it into the angle. They'll be wanting to get this job done as quickly as possible. Great set. Zoppolari just sets that a very, very long way. Another few changes having been made for both sides. You can understand why. Great chance for the likes of Woo Jin Lee here, the Korean, to get some important reps under his belt in the Champions League. You see that he's certainly up for it. With Tewo serving. Ball's off the net, the block's back in the game from Raw, and it's just not clean enough at the moment from Perugia, is it? Not clean enough, and they're getting punished. Well, looking at the scores from this evening. Plotnytskyi putting that ball onto a plate, and then Candarello doing the rest. But 11 points for Ben Tara, 15 for Ishikawa. And no one in double figures until now for Monza. Tillo on 9. Big effort from him, 53% attacking as well. Only Di Martino firing better than him, 7 from him in attacks, but we're showing just getting some guidance from Kelly on the side. Shot with a big serve. There's some big plays that are going to move Perugia in the right direction and trying to get this done in 4 sets. Change of libero for Monza as well with Picchio in. Woo Jin Lee having to work off the ball again. He gets the ball back and into the angle. Stopped both times comfortably enough. Plotnytskyi can't put the ball away. Chance from the right side. But still no point for Monza. Plotnytskyi stays high, smooth and wonderfully deep. And that first pass not really there. Candarello had to jump in, but at the same time Plotnytskyi is so strong, and again that cross body. It's a good run of serves from Champions. Continues through the middle, out of bounds. Back to 1. Big serve to position 1 that. Just having that same connection as we've seen with Fernando. Let's have a listen in.
Un buon secondo tocco e poi decisi poi come ha fatto anche G, usiamo per il play e via decisi, d'accordo? Tiriamo forte, infatti vai bene in transizione, vedi bene la rincorsa, aspettati l'alzata da tutte le parti, poi vai. Dai, vai.
Service pressure coming from the bench players here for Perugia in set 4 after that run from Yuki Ishikawa. Perugia in the previous set was just superb. Shot serving, and he's back in business. And the scores are tied once again. Great defense, Zopolari. Brilliant offense from Plotnytskyi. Perugia take the lead once again here. Still can't quite find a way to score at the minute. Perugian lead. Taking a high, taking it very, very quick. Good movements off the ball. Plotnytskyi just finds 3 or 4 different slots on that left side as a left-hander. He can really mix it up well. Shot serving well and just going for that off-speed, sharper angled serve. Just think they haven't quite found their pass in this 4th set, Perugia. Goes full throttle at Plotnytskyi, patient off the net. Good work from overall again. Plotnytskyi tries to squeeze one to the line this time and he misses. Good serving from Perugian Lee. He gets the ball back and now he goes to the line again and he scores this time. And he scores so heavily through the cross court. It's just going to keep the block defense very honest in situations like these. He starts very inside. He just keeps that line open quite nicely for him. Being a lefty there, he'll have a very nice view of everything in front of him as that ball drifts across him. A bit like Alexander Slivka. 2 very talented left-handed outsides in the world of volleyball. Just wants having a rest. And Perugia are finding their way here. Everyone has such a good serve, but Plotnytskyi has been on the money the whole time. The one-on-one opened up by Zopolari. Just flips it back and again having Vero there on the right side with the left hand, just taking it early. Being able to hit away into the angle. Tie's already been decided. It's Perugia that are going through to the final 4. Monza leading by 1 here. It will be their last game of the season. Zopolari to the outside. Plotnytskyi shut down. It's another perfect pass, but this time the line is closed. Frashfield, real good work with that outside hand, just lining up beautifully, but getting everything closing into the middle of the court. The pass not quite there, but having hammered the angle last time, just crunches one to the line. Chini with the serve. It's a great swing. Takes it early, brings it over the shoulder. Well, Plotnytskyi and his serve helped to win this tie from me in that previous set. Really took the game away from Monza really early. That's Lucas Musovic. Also a substitution coming in this set, the Polish middle blocker formerly of Katowice. And played for Poland in the Nations League last year where they took a bronze. And Flurry again going to his opposite man, and his opposite man doing the business. Monza certainly found their pass. Sweden leader puts the ball away, first point that he's really stuck on the floor in this fourth set. Again, serving position 6 as Oblori under some pressure. Collar can get the way out of pressure, but really a little bit of a concentration lapse from Herrera there. Good defense again from the Korean. Short volley gives him 2 balls and 2 points in succession. So Monza up by 2 here. Well, we might just go to a 5th and final set. Keep their pass on the money, otherwise they're going to let Perugia back in as Herrera goes high once more. It's a great bit of use of the pipe there from Monza. Wider ball for Averill, and then through the middle comes the pipe. With the serve, more joy for Monza. She has been at Monza since 22. And shot blocked out this time. Herrera. Dug, but to no avail. Brassio's come in and done very good on the Mancini as well. He's still a youngster. There's a lot of youngsters in this Monza team on the bench, but they've all achieved so much at junior level. Mancini, part of the Italian under-21 team that beat Poland in 2022. European Championships. Someone else, very bright future. Chotta, who's also played in 22's European champs and won gold under 21 World Championships, under 19 World Champs as well. Timeout Monza here as Perugia just find themselves a break. So just firing out the back this time, and youngsters from Monza doing a good job, but still need to close this game out.
Sergio Pala Barton, serve la spinta giusta, servono le mani, la voce, tutti! Con i Sirmani esce la curva nord, avanti, Pala Barton Energy!
Got out the back, good timeout for Monza. And he's made some good plays since coming on. Generally, I'm sure would love another crack out there in a tiebreaker. Second service error for him in this set. Great moments for him making his Champions League debut, best outside hitter in the Asian Championships under 20 level. Career finished third at the World Under 19s as well, and just behind France and Iran. He shone in that event to help get his move to Italy. Big move for the Korean at a young age to move to Italy, and he's done very well. The youngsters certainly doing a good job, and they're 2 away from forcing the tiebreak. Overall, would love to force it. He goes out the back as they're still going full throttle. Perugia want to get this done ASAP. Herrera. Set point for Monza here. Passes off the net, first chance for Monza to send this
Yuki Ishikawa.
to a fifth, but Yuki's back on. That's a great swing, but also challenging moments for Monza as he's back to serve. They've got 2 cracks at this, Monza. First one off the top of the net band. Chance to try and this one to bed, but no. Looking for a net touch. Russia, but no. Ishikawa gets a pad on the back. Well, hang on. All out the back from those at the end. I don't think there'll be any change of that decision. Touch on the way down. Out's the call, no net touch. Good pause that for Monza, just to calm things down and give Ishikawa a bit of time to maybe think and affect his rhythm. His rhythm's absolutely fine here. It's another set point to the outside this time. Great dig. They have to come in a second wave here. Back to the outside they go. Ishikawa's playing great defense. Herrera fires out the back looking for a touch. As I think that tells us everything we need to know. They want the... Oh, hang on. Point's already gone Perugia's way. And we are tied there with a touch given, although it looked very innocent on the Monza block, but must have been a touch on the way through. This is a good comeback all the same. Great tip work from rowers on that right side. Chini doing a good job of pulling these strings here. It's not quite in the right spot, so rowers doing a good job going with the tip. Another set point for Monza. Great serve from rowers. Perugia under pressure. They've got themselves out of trouble a few times. Herrera can only continue to play. Surely now, is there a touch on the way through? No. The continuation from Herrera proves to be enough. He's getting a lot of the ball. Yusufic. Big serve onto the front court receiver. Iguijin does a good job, but that's block out. Great pass. Iguijin under a lot of heat there as the front court receiver, but pressure on the right side just thrashes at it. It's another set point for Monza. And Ishikawa, great speed through the pipe. And this set just keeps going. Even though the tie is over, Perugia going through. The level's very high here. Ishikawa coming off the bench and doing some serious damage. Remember, Monza comfortable. 3 or 4 set points, and oh, that stays alive. What a dig that is. Herrera couldn't put the ball away. There's a foot dig somewhere, and then he gets blocked out. And there's a highlight for Perugian Lee. Foot dig on the way through. And a great block to go with it. Herrera's having a little smile as Lee's been waiting a long time in this Champions League season to have his moment, and it's another set point, and Herrera finds a way through. Keeps getting fed the ball here. So Polari keeps feeding his opposite man. They would have trained a lot together this season in training. It's the first 6 against the second 6. There'll be some trust. Rhythm between the two as well. Good serve to position 1. Pressure. And Monza here chases on what a chase that is, and it's still alive. My word. There's been some great rallies here in overtime. Everall's been shut down. The set probably a little bit too low. Yuki Ishikawa has given Perugia match point in a tie they've already won. What a chase that is. And then just sneaking in to help with the block as Averill loves that little reverse play. And then he asks, where's the cover? Canchotta serving for the match then. Lee with the chance to be a hero, but another one into the net, way in overtime now. Another match point for Perugia. Fans got exactly what they wanted here this evening. Candarello. Pass off the net, this will be a big chance, but it's a great swing. Just so good in every situation. To think he's still so young. going to go a long way. 18-year-old opposite. So good in the air, good posture as everyone misses another serve. Can't quite find the serving rhythm in this set, can he? Perugia with another match point. We could still be here tomorrow. Herrera serving. Something has to give in a minute. And there you have it. Or do you? No, what a touch! Over the advertising board. It's absolutely phenomenal. They come again. Block and out, and Perugia do it. 3-1, Wujin Lee's chases. No avail in the end. And Perugia win the tie 3-1. They win both ties 3-1. And they are comfortably through to the final four in Łódź. Their 7th semi-final appearance in the Champions League on the horizon. And this is how it finished. What a chase. Wujin Lee going over the advertising board. Game on. With a free ball for Perugia. With Ishikawa on the wing is always going to be trouble. And he's smart to go off the drifting middle blocker and seal the deal.
And now the MVP for this match. The award will be presented by Mr. Lorenzo Cesaretti Sky. MVP is
there are the stats.
number 14, Yuki Ishikawa.
As Yuki Ishikawa gets the MVP award this evening.